darlings, welcome back to my channel. I am very excited because finally the day has come that I feel good enough and I feel well enough to finally film a very important and long overdue life-changing catch-up with you guys, which is announcing the greatest news I've been waiting for a long time now, and that is that I am pregnant. Yay! Finally it has happened. Yay! You know I'm happy, you can tell I'm happy, you see I'm happy because if you follow my story for a while, if you are on this channel for a while, first of all you already know that because I did announce that when I was away in Singapore for my 40th birthday trip, and you could see the bump because it was not possible to hide it. So you already know if you've seen that birthday vlog from Singapore. If you haven't, have a look at that. I will link it down below. It was a beautiful vlog, beautiful trip, and very love-filled birthday, 40th birthday, and also pregnancy success filled celebration. So this vlog forever will be very close to my heart, and I will look at it fondly back again in the future with my child and with my husband, and we'll watch it as a family one day. So this is the great thing about YouTube, that you can record your memory. It's like a digital diary that captures good things but also bad things. And this is what I was going to say in the beginning, that if you follow my channel long enough and you know my story, you know my struggle with infertility for a very long time, and I documented my IVF journey on that YouTube channel. I started over 2 years ago, I think. We did the whole IVF process and it was unsuccessful. I recorded very heartbreaking video about that, and it was very heartbreaking, heart-wrenching to experience as well as record. But I know that there are lots of women out there who struggle with the same situation, so I thought it was a good thing to share so someone can benefit from my experience too. Then the next year we started another IVF journey with a different clinic, which this time I documented the whole journey from the beginning till the end, meaning from ovarian stimulation injection through egg retrieval surgery. Every single stage of the way was documented. And I have, sorry, I'm just stopping because I'm taking you through that, and this video is so all over the place because it's not scripted, not prepared. I just want to tell you the backstory, and I just want to tell you the update where I am now and how it happened finally and what's going on, because it's been a while, and how far I am in pregnancy and all how I felt from the beginning till now. So yeah, I will update you all about that. But what I was gonna say, that second time around, second IVF journey, I documented every single step of the journey, which is egg collection, ovarian stimulation, egg collection surgery, and then transfer day, and then unfortunately failed outcome again. So that was another heartbreak. And keep in mind, it's all take lots of time, so it's all months process. It's not like just something that goes swiftly, smoothly, and it's a very difficult process, which I already described then, so I don't want to talk about it. So after the second IVF was failed, my doctor from a new clinic thought something is wrong. There is no point wasting embryos since we only had one more left only, and we have to find a reason for that infertility, because obviously there is a reason for everything. And he ordered more tests, and that was found out that I have suffered for many years with very advanced endometriosis. And then I had to have endometriosis removal surgery, which I did, which I also documented, and I have a video dedicated to the whole endometriosis, my story, what it is, what it feels like, what are the symptoms, how the surgery looks like, and how would you feel afterwards. And I know that endometriosis is very common thing nowadays. More and more women get diagnosed, and luckily, finally, it was neglected for so many years, decades, centuries, that women had that, suffered through that, had to endure that, and suffered as a result of that quite frequently infertility issues. So finally, something is being done in diagnosing that, getting rid of that, and helping women not only not suffering anymore through periods so much, because like, oh, that's a period, you have to suffer like this, but also solving infertility issues, as it was in my case. Green tea sip break. So I had that surgery, and then I felt obviously better, because endometriosis surgery removes the inflammation that is in the body as well, caused by endometriosis, endometrium growing when it's where it should not, and bleeding into the body. If you want to know about the whole symptoms and what the condition is about, you have to watch that video related to my endometriosis story, journey surgery, which I also will link in the description box. After surgery was done, the doctor said, there's no time to waste, you have to try as soon as possible. Basically, next month, next cycle is good to try. And we had a choice of trying either naturally or using the last one embryo that we have left. And we didn't do it next month due to my scars from surgery haven't been fully healed yet. But month after that, we decided that we will go ahead and use that last embryo that we have, because we know it's a good quality embryo and has been tested. It's very good, so we might as well use it. And if it will not work, God forbid, we will then continue trying naturally. And yes, we started preparation for embryo transfer. We did transfer, and it was successful. So that takes me to today, and I am 16 weeks pregnant as of today. Today is mark 16 weeks. And yeah, it's been a long ride, wild ride, long journey, very difficult, very tear squeezing, very depressing, all the bad things, you know. It's not for the faint of heart, especially if you do it third time around. It's draining mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, time-wise, everything. But that was the sacrifice we wanted to take in order to have our dream baby, which gonna come next year, in the beginning of next year. And now I am in the beginning of second trimester. We already know the gender, we already have picked the name. So if you are new here and you want to follow that journey and future upcoming announcements, make sure you subscribe to this channel if you haven't done that yet, because it's a whole new world for me, a whole new chapter and a whole new journey that I hope we will be able to embark on together. And I'm sure that there are lots of moms out there amongst my viewers community, and I hope you have some support to show, as well as some advice. And because, you know, I am now 40, I am a first-time parent, and I've never had a child before, I've never been pregnant before, and I never had any small kids around me in my family or amongst my friends. Like, I was always friends with people who actually never had kids, and no one in my immediate family had kids either. So It's a very new territory for me. We are reading a lot about it. I bought this like big, the complete Australian guide to pregnancy and birth, which I'm reading now. My husband already bought a Montessori book because we want to raise our child according to Montessori principles. And yeah, I finally start feeling like myself again. Because I have to tell you, the first trimester was a complete struggle. It was very tough, very hard. It was, if people make cautious decision about pregnancy based on first trimester only, no one would ever get pregnant, believe me. I felt awful, I felt horrible, I had all the symptoms of nausea every day, which is not a morning sickness. It was all day sickness. It was a night sickness. So I had nausea, I had food aversions, and it's not to specific smell or scent of food or specific kind. I had aversion to food in general. Therefore, I couldn't eat until very late afternoon. So I was not eating in the morning. I started eating in the late afternoon, and then I had eating a lot more towards the evening because I was just not able to. So I spent first 3 months of my pregnancy trying to cope with all the symptoms of extreme fatigue. And keep in mind that I already have a couple of autoimmune conditions which already makes me feel fatigue on a daily basis. So added pregnancy to that, which already causes so much changes in the body and havoc in the as well as array of symptoms that swept me off my feet, not in a good way. I didn't do any physical activity which I could feel that affects me, because the more you don't exercise, the more tired you are, and surprisingly, the more you exercise, the more energy you have. So I didn't have energy, I didn't exercise, therefore I had even less energy. So yeah, the first trimester was a wild ride. But I came so far with the whole process that I thought, like, this is the least of my problems now. This will pass. This is temporary, and this is for the better cause. I already suffered so much more for this cause. So this is just, in comparison to everything else I had to go through with all the IVFs cycles, this is just a minor inconvenience. However, in the moment when I was going through that, it was major inconvenience. So I basically spent the first 3 months of pregnancy just trying to survive, trying to cope. Therefore, my absence on YouTube. I didn't record the transfer this time. I didn't record the whole journey this time because it's been so many times and it's been so many disappointments and heartbreaks that I thought, I just want to focus fully on the experience without filming it, without announcing it to the world just yet. I just want to live it and experience it just with my husband, and we're going to do it together. And when it turns out it's positive and the embryo has stuck and I'm pregnant, I didn't even want to announce it immediately because, it was not like I saw a pregnancy test, it was positive, very strong line, like immediate. I did a pregnancy test, it was immediate, very, very strong positive line. But then I was not like, wow, jumping out of joy so much, because I was thinking, am I allowed to be happy? Like, is it okay? Is it gonna last? So it's this type of fear that only women who went through IVF many times or many disappointments with trying naturally as well can only understand. So it took me a while to finally be able to be happy, to allow myself to be able to be happy, because I was more scared that if everything's going to be okay rather than jumping out of joy. But when a couple of weeks later I already was like, yeah, it's happening. I started telling friends, I started telling family and people, because I don't want to keep it to myself until like some women do first trimester, because this whole process is so draining, so extreme, so difficult that it's so hard to just do it on your own without sharing. Therefore, all my friends knew about the process, so obviously I'm not gonna keep them unaware for 3 months. As soon as we found out it's positive, we told everyone. So everyone is supporting us from the beginning of that pregnancy. And apart from that, tiredness, fatigue, nausea, vomiting, I had all the pregnancy symptoms, all the typical symptoms, like extreme breast tenderness. By the way, my breasts grew like 2 sizes already. I had to buy new bras. Already they don't fit in anything, and every time I see my friends, they are like, oh my god, stop growing those boobs, because they keep growing, and I think by the end of pregnancy they're gonna be huge. But anyway, so yeah, all the symptoms. And if you are in the chapter of the journey, of the beginning of the journey, and you are preparing for the transfer, maybe you wanna know what to look for, what symptoms to look for to know that the transfer has been successful. So for me it was immediate breast tenderness, and it was like a scratching, expanding, pulling and tugging feeling in my uterus, like something wants to cave in the wall of uterus. I mean, because it did, and wants to like, what's the word? Drill in the walls of uterus, basically. So that was the feeling. I had that feeling, unfortunately, the previous time, and despite that it didn't stack, but it's probably because the poor baby was trying and couldn't stick to the walls couldn't drill in and stay to the walls of uterus because of endometriosis, because of endometrium lining was all inflamed, and it was not good environment to move in for the baby to stick in. So it was performing that action of trying, because I could feel it in my uterus, but it was not successful due to the nature of environment of uterus during that time. And now after the reasons of infertility, which in my case was endometriosis, was removed, it succeeded. It did all the work. It was a very strong embryo, and did all the work and stuck. So now let me just take you to the mirror. I just want to show you what my pregnancy belly looks right now. It is 16 week, as I said, and this is what it looks like. So from the front, I still don't look pregnant. I still have waist. If you see me walking on my cardio walk from the front, you wouldn't know. But then I turn around and it's quite prominent and big. Yeah, maybe you can see better from that angle. So this is what it looks like at 16 weeks now. I'm wearing leggings because I came back to doing yoga, and also it's the only type of pants I can fit in right now. So that is the update. I am very excited. I am seeing and observing changes every day, and every day there are new symptoms and new changes, and the belly keeps changing and keeps looking different, and yeah, very, very happy. Hey baby, how are you? So this is the update, major update of my life. Huge changes are coming. Thank you so much to all of you who are supporting me through this process. Thank you for all your encouraging messages under my previous videos of all the IVF journeys. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that yet, and if you want to see more updates of pregnancy or just other things that I'm gonna share with you doing in life. And yeah, I'll appreciate all the comments if you have something to say, or if you have questions in regards to pregnancy, IVF, I will gladly answer that and help anyone who needs that. And that would be it for today. Sorry that the video was a little bit chaotic, but obviously I'm all over the place. I am happy to be back to regular filming, and I just can't wait to see you more often. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in my next one very soon. Bye!